Hey, y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. I appreciate your likes, your shares, your comments, subscriptions to the channel, and for being here. Thank you so much. All right, Holy Spirit of the highest white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective, the divine white light consciousness? What do you have for the collective at this time? Okay, I heard terrified. I heard mixed emotions. I heard reign supreme. Okay, somebody's going through it, you guys. It's probably based on how they treated you then and then where you are now in your vibrations to where they're terrified because of how they treated you. I feel with the mixed emotions, they don't know how to actually... you know how there are stages of grief? They're like, all those stages for them are kind of wonky. Like they're not going through like a proper ordinance. Like, you know, you experience sadness, then you experience confusion, then you experience loss. And then, you know, those are stages. I don't know in that order, but there seems to be an order of things, but somebody's all over the place right now. And you must have hit them with the boom bop, you know, like they didn't see this coming is what I'm getting. Whatever it is, collective, that you've proclaimed, you know, you've risen above, and they didn't meet you at that level. They met you at a different level, or possibly you were being hidden from them in that respect. They didn't know your greatness. They knew that you had, you know, abilities or some sort of something about you was special, unique, but they didn't understand the magnitude of that. So that's what they're going through right now, y'all. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. Ooh, okay. So to put it plainly, we heard terrified. They are terrified of you and your, I heard natural ability, so your gifts. So you must be using or utilizing these gifts, and they know it. They've been made aware that there's something supernatural about you. So, I mean, they should have known, collective. You weren't the average Joe. You know what I'm saying? They should have known that. I mean... Okay. I heard something about a brand stamp. So that, to me, that just says that they really judged you off of, you know, possibly your size, your skin color, the way you talk, the way you did things. Like they put you in a box just based on, I'm hearing like exterior things, like representations. They didn't do the legwork or do the research to find out who you really were. And again, there wasn't emphasis on you possibly being hidden from them. So, ooh, that sounds like a sneak attack. So let me find out you were on the job, collective, before you knew you were even hired. Okay. All right. Here we go. We got the Devil card at the bottom of the deck. I know that went over someone's head, but take it back, rewind it, play it again and again until you get it. Whew. Here we go, y'all, because we are talking about natural gifts, superpowers, abilities, and you possibly being hidden from this person. So that's really giving like secret assassin energy. Wow. Wow. Let me find out if some goons that subscribe to this channel, some spiritual goons for real, for real. I mean, like attracts like, right? All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go, y'all. All right, Spirit, tell me more about this Devil card reverse at the bottom of the deck. So I'm hearing being used. Okay, I heard being used for his glory. Now, I don't feel like we're talking about the glory of this demonic energy, but being used for his glory. I feel like, that, like I said, something going over the top of somebody's head, that reference. Meaning just because it looks this way doesn't mean that that's really what it is. So possibly, collective, what I'm receiving is you being disguised. Y'all, I'm telling you, this stuff be hitting so hard on the back end with me because I was just having this conversation in my mind, well, with my people, and they were bringing this to my attention over the course of the last day, 24 hours, maybe 2 days, is that there are secret assassins. But this was more or less me, you know, realizing who I was in a dream last night, even kind of confirmed all of it. Not even kind of, but it did. Whew. Y'all, we really are here to do a job. And I feel like, oh, okay, so a couple of days ago, I was even going back down memory lane because I was thinking I should post a picture on the community tab of, me back in the day, how it was before, I came into my spiritual awakening. And I'm like, oh, well, those are the days when my body was tight. I mean, I had the nice little cut. I kept my cut maintained. And, it was the Halle Berry, quote unquote. Everybody had it. But for some reason, it really was striking on me. So I tried to keep, a nice maintain of a hairstyle in that regard. My nails were always done. It was acrylic, but always done. I probably wore heels most of the time with little tight jeans and, but really sophisticated. So I was being reminded of that, before I even had my child. But then at the same time, was that a disguise to attract who it was that I needed to be able to defeat that demonic entity that I would come to know after the fact, right? Was I disguised? Like, oh my God, y'all, there's so many things right now, confirmation wise, because I wanted to talk about this, but here we are. We're talking about spiritual assassins here. Before that, I really wasn't into like my body figure. Like, this is just a personal testimony from me to you. In high school and stuff, I wasn't really into, I looked nice, had nice things, but I wasn't trying to show my body off, even though I had a nice figure, y'all, but that wasn't me to want to wear. I didn't wear skirts. I just didn't want to show my legs off. I was really insecure. But then when I got to college and I started, doing a little experimentation with clothing and stuff like that, I was shocked at the response because I didn't know I even had all that, to be honest with you guys. Really, I didn't. So to know that, ooh, that's what people like. People like to, I felt there was a bit more favoritism based on how I was representing myself, showing curves, and I have long legs, so that had a lot to do with it. Then, the haircut, the nails, all of that stuff, kind of getting into that. And then I started getting into makeup a little more because I'm pretty much always been a plain Jane, but I never had to really do much. You understand? But I also like to keep in the background, hidden. That's just been my life. I don't keep a lot of people around me. So then when I started getting that attention, I'm like, I don't know if I like all of this attention, but then again, it is interesting how people respond. Oh my goodness. So fast forward to me being the right prototype for a certain sort of collection of people. And that's exactly what migrated my way. It seemed like I could not escape a particular spirit that just kept following. It didn't matter who I met. It's almost as if they were all about appearances and you had to fit a certain description for them to even talk to you. Well, that was me. At the same time, I don't take no mess. I never have. I keep my circle tight, but these people just happen to slip in, right? So it's like I'm feeling there's no threat. I wasn't on my spiritual journey, y'all. So I'm like, even though I was still reserved and I don't really trust a lot of people anyway, I still let them come in and get close to me. So here we are now, and I'm sharing this story with you, but they were basically assassined. They were called out on their BS. I basically put a mirror up in front of them so they could see who they really were. And then also now finding out they're walking away with a who does she think she is energy. Well, I mean, I'm exactly what you thought I was, but not really, because I'm here to do a job. So I say all that to say, y'all, is being used for his glory. Coming back to that point. So you might find yourself in situations to where, how did I get here? Or how did I allow this? Well, either you were hidden, and then the whole purpose of you being hidden was so you could be built to fit a certain description to attract what it is that needs to be defeated. Now, who that person is to you by way of a spiritual energy, somebody maybe from lifetimes ago that keeps following you. Maybe there was work that needed to be concluded in this lifetime, but you had to fit that description so they would find you. They would come your way, and then you slay them. Slay them in the name of the Most High. So in summary, devil's been defeated here. Devil card reverse. Whatever partnership that was, because I mentioned somebody, a spirit following you from lifetime to lifetime, even in that whole dialogue, I told you you were built to fit some sort of description, right? You didn't even know you had it in you, but you maybe woke up one day and you were like, man, my body, it really is banging. And then you went out and got some clothing, and just anything you put on, you could put on a paper bag at that point and it looked good, right? Stuff like that. And then also, y'all, because I'm being reminded, because I was having these thoughts a couple days ago, 24 hours ago. I mean, it's all been leading up to this point, right? To be able to share with you. I was working out 4 to 5 days a week after I met a particular person, because that's what they did. They worked out a lot. I was never a workout person, y'all. Why was I working out? But then I like what I saw when I looked in the mirror, like, oh man, yeah, I could really do a lot here. But that was part to fit that description of what that person was interested in, what they would like, but not even knowing this person was a full-fledged demonic entity operating inside of a vessel. So that was a lot, y'all. But that's gonna be for a few people, I'm sure, to be able to understand why. Because you're a spiritual assassin. Like, where are they now? Are they the topic of our readings at this point? How they got slayed and they had to be forced to stop doing that BS that they were doing to everybody when they met you. But see, they had to meet you. Nobody else could slay them like you slayed them, because they're slayed at this point, right? They've got their life together, or either they're really highly considering whatever it is that they need to do to change, because after you, it was a wrap. Like, you came in and for Creator God, Holy Spirit's glory, and slayed these demonic entities. Yeah. All right, spiritual assassin. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's your job. Can I tell y'all about my dream, though? So the dream is that I was sharing with my mother, who's crossed over, but it was just us having a little intimate conversation of a moment. And she was finding out that I basically do exorcisms, but it's not really in the physical. It's more of a spiritual exorcism. I may not put my hands on you, but it's something about calling out that demon. It might be way of my words. It could be by way of my actions. It could just be me staring from my vessel to your vessel, and then the spirit's communicating, saying, I know who you are. You got to come out. I got to call you out. So so that was a little bit of confirmation for me last night with the dream state. It was a lot of detail. It was so clear, but yet so simple. So I feel like spiritual assassins, that's who we are. All right, y'all. And by the way, thank you for those who took advantage of that $25 Valentine's special for a reading, because I really wanted to provide that to call out blocks for people. But I feel like that's that whole thing where my mission is to call out the demonic blockages or energies that surround you. Like, just, you got to call them out, but somebody has to be able to identify them and recognize them. So if you haven't already and considering, you can head over to my website. I'll put the link in the description if you want to take advantage of the $25 reading. I'm not changing the service at all from what I normally do. You'll still get the same energy and everything. It's just a discounted rate because I want everybody to be on track and to win. But you gotta know what's blocking you. So it's just confirmation at the end of the day, because you probably already are aware, but you just need somebody with another pair of eyes to come in and say, yep, that's it. So here you go. You're on the right track. All right, let me look at these cards and see what's happening here. I appreciate y'all letting me share that. It's a lot here. You'll never meet me in person. I don't think you will, but at least I need those moments that I can share a personal part of my journey. It's not anything recycled that I heard from anybody else. I want you to get it firsthand. All right, so we have the Four of Wands reversed. So this is somebody, I'm hearing tumultuous or turmoil, because somebody's world here, their foundation is upside down. But I would like to think that that means the foundation is being revised. Like there's a whole new, like getting to the root of something and then it being turned around for the better. I'm in hopes of what this means, but Spirit, tell me more about the Four of Wands reversed. So it really has to do with family and foundation here. They realized that they really made a mess of a family sort of situation, or even their own life with their own family. They made a mess of it. And we could be talking about this King of Cups here. I'm going to put this Four of Wands down because that's what's on top of this King of Cups. So this King of Cups here, I'm hearing battling depression. What's behind the King of Cups? We have the King of Pentacles. Show me more. Show me what this looks like, Spirit, between this King of Cups and King of Pentacles. What is this relationship here? What is this, Spirit? What is this? I'm hearing, I heard contemporary, and then I heard contemplating. I'm wondering if somebody, I don't even want to say I'm wondering. I don't want to use that terminology. But I feel like it has to do with the energy. Somebody, so they possibly are considering coming out, you guys. So if this is a partnership, a union, but maybe family, the interpretation of what family would say or how they grew up, their beliefs of, you know, a same-sex partnership here would not be a good thing. But now they're when I started revising, I did use something around the word revising. So I feel like they're really, really, really being challenged right now is whether or not they should make this commitment to this King of Pentacles. I'm talking about two male energies. I'm not going to use masculine, but I'll say two male by way of gender. I heard the commitment is strong. I heard powerful too. So somebody's questioning if, you know, I don't feel it's a questioning. I feel like it's more or less is that they want to go ahead and solidify this relationship. And it could be by way of marriage, commitment, not to mention the Four of Wands could also represent that as well. And I feel like the Four of Wands is a reason to get together and celebrate and bring family together. It could be wedding, engagement, but it's in the reverse. But I said this person has some sort of revision. Everything else in regards to family has failed them. So I feel in this partnership, it's brand new, open to them, but they possibly are coming from a very traditional, I'm hearing obscure, but, you know, just one of those to where they can't really do the same sex sort of relationship scenario and it be accepted. Like it's really like a strict, possibly religious, or it could just be based on where they're, you know, the roots of where they're from. Like it's not accepted, period. Like this is a type of thing, like their like heritage, where they're from, what's flowing through their veins, the blood. Like they could be, unfortunately, they could be unalived for something like this. Like it's really like bad. This is why this person has fought so hard of this belief, and that's what I'm hearing, the belief that they really are attracted to the same sex. They fought hard. All right, behind this King of Cups, King of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Pentacles. This feels like disappointment, like family, generational, like they're feeling like they won't still be able to strive for what it is that, excuse me, would make them powerful. Because I feel like this 10 of Pentacles was tied to what they thought. And it's something about the sexual interaction. So there was something going on between how they were able to court, date, sleep with people that could bring them like a wealth energy of prosperity sort of energy having to do with money, but they can no longer do this. So it feels like it's generational for sure, but it feels like they feel they're giving up something when it comes to how, you know, their legacy is built, or how, you know, they get money. Like they can't do that anymore if they make this commitment. So that's another thing that they're worried about. Not only family and the acceptance of it, and even them in their own beliefs, you know, accepting it themselves because they've been fighting it for a long time, is that now, you know, they have to worry about, you know, their legacy income and the money oriented energy that comes along with that. Because this could be somebody who was a player. They just played a lot of women. Like that was their thing. Like they had a girl here, a girl there, a girl here. And you know, it was all fun and games to family. Oh, you know, I don't know who he's dealing with these days. You know, he got such and such and such and such and such and such. You know, that's how family looked at them, but it was kind of like it was role play for this person. I mean, it's giving beard energy. Like as long as I have a girl or two or three or four, I must be okay, or I feel like I'm okay. Even though they had these, I'm hearing unnatural thoughts, because that's the background that they come from. That's probably what somebody I'm hearing a elder would have called it unnatural thoughts. So that's the specific term, you know, a way of saying something based on their background culture. All right, y'all. Behind the Ten of Pentacles reverse, we have the Eight of Swords. So they're feeling stuck. They're feeling stuck behind this whole thing. The Eight of Swords is they can't get out of their own head about this. I feel like they if the two kings are upright, so that lets me know that they're comfortable with each other. But I did hear specifically that this King of Cups was depressed. I heard somebody, they're losing something, but I felt like it had to do with this King of Pentacles. But we talked about the losses with the King of Cups, but the King of Pentacles, I feel, is going to be losing something, or either they may not even be aware that they're about to lose something. Somebody's unaware here about something when it comes to a loss. And y'all, mind you, we have the Devil card reverse here at the bottom of the deck. So that energy is still present here. Even though it's in the reverse, it's still here. So that's some deception. There's deception here. All right. There's one card underneath this energy. I'm going to just turn it over. So we have the Seven of Swords, y'all. Boom. There's a deception right there. Somebody's about to take a L here out of these two kings in this scenario. So if I were talking to either one of these kings right now, because it felt like they're on separate sides of the street, but they're kind of together, sort of. It's one of those things to where the King of Pentacles is possibly operating and, you know, what they do, how they live their life. But you have the King of Cups over here kind of doing the same thing, but they're in a partnership, but they're not together. I heard unhealed. And then I heard something about territory. And look how I'm just kind of doing this, sliding this Seven of Swords in between these two kings. So there's some deceit here, y'all. But that Seven of Swords, you know, is a meaning of somebody, they stay doing the same sort of like deceitful things behind someone's back, but they, you know, they're okay with it. They keep doing it and they're okay with it. Meaning they're not trying to stop. It's like as long as they can keep getting away with it, then they don't know nothing. Nothing about nothing. Like who, me? But this energy was underneath all of this about, you know, somebody not being comfortable in a same-sex relationship. But at the same time, it's, you know, I feel like if they could just come to terms to that's what it is, then they could free themselves. But for now, they don't know nothing about nothing, but they're supposed to be in a relationship with this King of Cups. Supposed to be, right? That's weird, y'all. That's weird. It's like, just come out. Just be you. Be free. Be free. All right, I got 2 more cards over here. Let's see what's going on. So I'm hearing they're just not comfortable. I feel like the King of Pentacles, I feel like is ready to go full gusto. If they're not already fully like free and comfortable with their sexuality, and everybody knows it, family, friends, business, clients, associates, everybody knows about the King of Pentacles. This King of Cups is the one who's fighting. But that 7 of Swords lets me know that this King of Pentacles could be the one experiencing loss, because they're the ones that are comfortable in the skin that they're in when it comes to their sexuality. But that King of Cups is not. But I heard that King of Cups is the one who is their foundation turned upside down. But they also come from a very strict traditional upbringing, to where same-sex energy, like they could, in some parts of the world lose their life because of that, just from their tradition that they come from. So this King of Cups not being comfortable and is questioning, even themselves for a very long time, I heard. They're still up to some sort of 7 of Swords energy here, because that was underneath this. I said this okay, so Spirit said, but somebody's going to take a loss. That King of Pentacles, I feel, either has already taken a loss, or either they don't even know that this King of Cups really is behind their loss. If they've already taken the loss, they don't know this King of Cups is behind it or attached to it. That's the 7 of Swords. I'm going to turn these, let's get over here to this energy. I'm going to turn this card over and see what's here. So we have the Magician. You never want to see these two together. You never want to see the Magician and the Devil card in the same reading. Let me see what's under this, y'all. The Ace of Wands. Look at that opportunity. Look at that opportunity. By way of a magician, with the Devil looming over this whole thing here. So I'm being brought back to this spiritual assassin. I heard secrets assassin just now. Sorry, y'all. I'm jumbling up my words. We were going off of a spiritual assassin who's working for the Most High, right? But then secret assassins seeped in here. There's something behind the letters, even how I'm even pronunciating, like the S is drug out, snake energy. And then the other thing was the initials of secret assassin or spiritual assassin, but for secret assassin, for it to switch over to that secret assassin, SA, sexual assault. Y'all, the spiritual assassin energy, if you and I from a divine perspective can relate to working for the Most High, yes, we understand that we have a job to do. So if we have to be disguised in order to lure the demonic entity in, even though we're even unsuspected of, oh, wow, this is different, this is a nice change, but only to attract like a huge enemy, right? But then slaying them, of course, because, God was in divine control. So we were protected. We maybe took a few bumps and bruises because we were just being used as a vessel, right? In order to slay that demon. Vice versa, on the other side, them also being some sort of assassin energy here, but for the dark. That's what I'm getting with this magician, and them always looking for this Ace of Wands of a new opportunity here. So is it something that this King of Pentacles was doing, maybe possibly being unaware, that lured in this King of Cups? Now, the King of Pentacles, I'm feeling, just because of the energy of the demonic source that's here on the table, this King of Pentacles possibly doing something. I'm hearing antagonizing. You know, there's the sexual assault energy that came up over here. There's something here that this King of Pentacles was disguised as, or was knowingly like doing, but also serving as a disguise to lure in this King of Cups. This King of Cups possibly being a spiritual assassin to take down this King of Pentacles, y'all. I mean, this is so complex, but it's so simple, y'all. So I hope you all were following me and you got the gist of what's going on here, knowing that we have a job to do and so do they. There's the light representation, but there's also the dark representation of the spiritual assassin energy, which the light was the spiritual assassin, which could also be the dark spiritual, but from a dark perspective. But when we got over here, it turned to the secret assassin. But the light could also be a secret assassin. Do you see the duality, though? It's duality in order to bring forth balance. Spirit, please clarify the cards on the table, but from different perspectives of energies, light versus dark. Please clarify the cards on the table. Let the cards fall as they may, please. Interesting, y'all. One card flew way over here to where I rest the cards. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have Privileged Lady. I heard Organizer here with the Privileged Lady. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. As I pan over all of these cards that flew here on top of the Magician, this is your Organizer. So this is someone who put the spell into work. Magician card. But let's see what's on top of here. The reasoning for them using some magician quality of energies. No matter how they used it, they got it. This Privileged Lady energy, they got it. And they made something work here. Possibly this relationship over here with this King of Pentacles, King of Cups. But I'm hearing exposing both of them. This Privileged Lady had everything to do with it. Let's see what's here, y'all. Okay, I hear this is no surprise, though. Look, we have the main female. Change. Something changed. Something happened. Something's different here. There's a child involved. We have a marriage card. I see a sword in here for some reason. I don't see it like physically, but I felt the energy of a sword, as if somebody's holding like a sword, possibly behind their back, even if it could be, or just a sword, like a split energy here when I saw this. And then Journey, something's over. So this Privileged Lady is having the last laugh on top of that Magician card, because they're having it their way, because they're privileged, right? The King, I would say that this would be a Queen of Cups right here. So this was somebody connected to that King of Cups. Remember I said the King of Cups, everybody was used to them having a girl over here, a girl over there, a girl over there. And that was the beard energy, because this King of Cups was not identifying with who they really were when it came to their sexual preference. It's something they denied, but it's like they were doing it behind the backs of these women with this King of Pentacles, to where they finally found someone in a male form that could fit the description. We were talking about energies of fitting a description early on. I love how the readings come full circle, right back to point one. Whew. All right, let's see what this card is. It flew way over here. So it's laying like this. So I'm gonna turn it over on the camera. We have Poverty. So they ran to this King of Pentacles. This Queen of, well, I was going to call her the Queen of Cups, but this Privileged Lady energy who's having the last laugh took this King of Cups to the bank. That's the only reason they're with this King of Pentacles, y'all. Ten of Pentacles reverse. I told you the King of Pentacles is taking an L here when it comes to legacy, finances, wealth, generational stuff, money. And that Seven of Swords is right behind all of that energy. Oh boy, that's crazy, because what I'm thinking now is this King of Cups, the one who was sleeping with a lot of people just to get money, income, funds, or either to make them feel valuable if we're talking about the representation of money. But this is how they relied on that. Somehow during this process, they met this King of Pentacles. This could have been some sort of call girl, call guy situation, to where this King of Pentacles felt like, ooh, that King of Cups, that's the one. And then the King of Cups secret was like, am I in love with a man? That's what they were thinking. And then only to have this privileged lady say, wait a minute, you mean, are you telling me in my face that that's just your friend? That's what this privileged lady was saying when these two were, compatible. They were friends, but it was more than friends. This privileged lady found that out. This privileged lady has a child with this King of Cups, though. It said, oh, okay, I see what kind of game you playing. So I'm hearing this privileged lady took that King of Cups through the ringer, financial ringers, and even just their whole life tried to destroy them. Magician card energy. So now to find out, this King of Cups, not only are they relying on a man for money, but also for companionship at this point. But for this King of Cups, they're being exposed on so many different levels right now. In plain sight. Plain sight. Okay, let's turn this card over and see what it is. This last clarifier. Look at that unexpected income for a handout from this King of Pentacles. That's all it is. I'm sorry, King of Pentacles, but you about to find out you in a fraudulent same-sex relationship. This King of Cups is only with you, number one, because they have nowhere else to go. Number two, they need you to help them pay this bill that this privileged lady has set upon them. And that bill is so huge because the bill entails a child. That could be child support. It could be this privileged lady thinking she can do any and everything she wants to do. If she wants to rain down hell and fury on y'all, she's going to do it. She's got the backing of the magician energy. You guys are locked in to a third party energy if you never even known. This privileged lady is operating from a lower vibration energy, but she also has abilities here with this magician. It's always going to be an opportunity for everybody on here to get served. So it's like no matter what move the King of Cups makes, they're going to run into a brick wall. No matter what move the privileged lady makes, she's going to run into a brick wall. And you, King of Pentacles, same thing. For some reason, y'all are tied together as well. Y'all are tied. This King of Cups will always have this privileged lady on their hind tail. Always. Devil card reverse energy will always be there. I'm hearing hunting to find. Hunting and find. Oh, man. All right, y'all. I hope this helps.